Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Amoy, and today we're going to be trying out some new products. Well, some of these are new. There's literally just a couple things that I want to add into my makeup routine, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it. And also, there's some products that are just completely new to me, as in like these. Like I just bought these, and also I have no idea how to use these. And I've had this for a while, and I use it like off and on, and I'm finally like looking into the camera for real, like. But I'm finally using this. I've had it for a while, and I'm actually finally using it. But I just want to use my new products, put it into a makeup routine, and see how it looks. So let's get into it. First, let's get into the primer. I don't know how much. Well, let me read this. It says. So I've already prepped my skin. It says use small amount. Am I supposed to just use like, see that's, cause I don't use primer. I just use like, oh my gosh, can I speak? I just prep my skin with my skincare and just use that. Usually I just use my sunscreen, which this is literally, I don't know if you can see, but it's literally right here. But I use my sunscreen, and that it gets tacky whenever it dries down, so I use that as my primer, and that makes my base really stick. But I want to actually use a primer just because my pores around my nose area is like, it's getting on my nerves and it's not really sticking. Also, whenever like, okay, so every time I look in the actual mirror, my skin looks just fine. But every time I take a picture, I go out into natural lighting, my skin looks horrible. Like, oh my gosh, Jesus. Anyways, now let's move on to eyebrows, because this is how I do my makeup. Also, don't worry about that, because the way I'm setting up my camera, it's really right on the drawer that I need to get into. But since I've dyed my eyebrows, I use eyeshadow to fill them in. So I'm just gonna do that right now. And I'm doing a little ombre because that's how my hair is right now. It's this little turquoise teal kind of color to pink. But when I first dyed them, you can kind of see it right now. But at first I had to go to pink, but it looked really stupid. So I took alcohol and I took that off real quick because I hated how it looked. So now it's just turquoise to a darker blue because that looks terrible. Now I'm just carving out my eyebrows. This right here, sometimes it gets a little off because I don't get the ratio right, but eyebrows are sisters, not twins, so kind of just had to go with the flow on this. And then also, it's a new year, so I'm trying to actually think about like getting up in the morning and doing my makeup, because luckily these, oh, I just messed up my eyebrows by putting concealer on them. Anyways, these past couple weeks at school, I've actually been getting up. Well, let me rephrase. I've actually been doing my makeup, and it's not because I've been getting up, it's because I've been taking my makeup to school with me. And because the thing is what would happen is I would wake up in the morning, even though I wake up so early in order to do my makeup, but I would wake up and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm tired. I don't want to do my makeup, so I would go back to sleep. But when I get to school, I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have done my makeup. And all I have in my purse is eyeliner. Well, not eyeliner. All I have in my purse is lip liner and lip gloss. What can I do now? So what I decided is I'm just gonna bring my makeup bag to school, and if I feel like doing it, there's a spider on my wall right now, and I'll deal with that later. Okay, so I'm gonna fix my eyebrows and then get back to this. So I would do my makeup at school in like my homeroom classroom. Well, yeah, my homeroom classroom, my first period. And only thing is, when I come home, because I'll be like, oh, I'm just gonna do my makeup tomorrow at home, but then I wouldn't. So it's like, oh, I'll put my makeup back in my drawers, and then in the morning I have to put my makeup back in my bag. And so it was just a never-ending cycle. So now I'm just gonna use this About Face foundation in the shade. I didn't tell you the shade of concealer, oh well. Shade D1 Neutral. I've been looking at this, but the only reason I haven't bought this, I bought it in a shade darker because there was just no in-between shade that actually fit me. But the reason why I didn't buy this at first is because I don't know how I feel about constantly dipping this back in. But it was just a never-ending cycle of putting my bag back in and then putting my stuff back in my bag and then taking it out, putting it in, and just back and forth. And so I'm like, I need to just actually get up and do my stuff. And so I just have to hustle and do my makeup. Oh, also, while I was in Ulta getting that foundation, obviously I get people have to do their job. I have a job. I understand that. But I hate going in Ulta looking for something. And like, I was looking for foundation. I didn't honestly know what, oh, going in right there. I didn't know what foundation exactly I was getting. Because I was looking for, I don't like matte foundation, so I wasn't going in for that. I hate matte foundations, especially having dry skin. It just, obviously it's not gonna look good on me. So I knew I wasn't going in for that. But Ulta consultants and like those workers can be annoying sometimes when they see you struggling or just like looking around. Obviously they're gonna ask you, oh, do you need help and stuff? And me and my mom, we always say no because I hate talking. I absolutely hate talking. Now I'm using my concealer, Maybelline Fit Me 30 Honey Miel. But I absolutely hate talking. And I was using, I want to say it's like the Apple, some kind of high-end foundation, but I was trying to like see the shade and I could not use it because it was so crusted over. And like the pump was just stuck. Like the foundation was just crusted inside of the pump. And I was like trying to clean it or whatever. And I asked her, could she clean it? And then we started a whole conversation. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I really did not want this to happen. And since this is dark, I'm gonna use foundation. Not foundation, concealer in more places. But then she started talking about, oh, this might not be the foundation you're looking for, all this other stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh. Obviously, I'm smiling in her face and stuff. But it's like, girl, I honestly, because I wasn't even looking at this foundation to buy it for. I just wanted to see if they had my shade. Because the shade I was looking for was really the shade that could be mine, but it was jammed, so I couldn't even know if it was mine. And so it was just annoying. And then she took it to go clean it. And then she gave it back to me, like, but it was still jammed. So I was like, okay, why'd you even take it? It was just okay. I like this foundation so far, but obviously you gotta see the wear. Because the one I had before looks a little gray. That's the one thing. Luckily, I'm too short for people to see half my face, so imperfections I don't really care about. Because most people aren't going to see this kind of stuff. But usually I use this, the Morphe 2, but this shade is way too light for me. So I was looking for an actual foundation that actually had coverage because you could still see my acne scars and stuff under it. So I was like, let me actually get a foundation. And also I had an Ulta gift card, so I was like, let me, because my Ulta doesn't have Morphe 2, and the only one that had it was like 2 hours away from me, and obviously I'm not about to go 2 hours away just get one skin tint. It's not that serious, so I was just like, let me try this About Face, and obviously I tried it, so. Now, what I usually do after concealer is I put down my bronzer and then usually my blush. But because this is darker, I don't know how much I should put down, because also this is my Anastasia Beverly Hills cream bronzer in the shade Chestnut. I got this from TJ Maxx. This is why you need to hit TJ Maxx, because I looked this up because I actually really like this, and this is $36, I want to say, which, I mean, I could probably pay this, but I want to try out that is it Miel? Not Miel is a hair brand. What is Milani? That's what it is, Milani. But yeah, so I think that's the thing about placement. Placement I can never get right. See, I don't know. That's not the same. That's not the same. Honestly, I don't know why I don't ever see anybody talking about this. I have no idea when this came out, so that might be why. This might be old as ever. But I really like this, so I just don't know why I never see anybody talking about this stuff. Okay, so now since I did that, because this is so pigmented, this is the Buttermilk blush from NYX. Everybody talks about how pigmented this. It's really pigmented. You need to look over here. This is really pigmented. And everybody's right, it could kill you. But because of how pigmented this is, I don't use my liquid blush anymore. So I now go in with my powdered contour to set all this in. And so this is the juvasplace. This is the tan palette. And so I'm just gonna set all that in. Only thing is I feel like this is a tad bit lighter, so it also tones it down a little bit, which I feel like it's good for that too. You know, also, people always say, well, not people, a lot of people don't say it, makeup artists say it. They always say, don't forget your ears. I get why they say that, because obviously you want your ears to match. But at the same time, that feels like that would be disgusting. That feels disgusting. Like, the feeling of, like, foundation and, like, all that stuff on my ears, like, that sounds disgusting. Like, ew. Like, obviously, like, you clean it off at night, but still, like, just all that gunking up, like, oh. But now times with, also, especially when I'm just, like, quickly getting ready, I don't use that much. Like, I just use like the excess that's left on the brush from like past days, because I don't clean my brushes that often. So I don't go into this that often. So this is gonna last me like years. But just kind of dust it on there. Light brush strokes. Because also I've decided that I think I'm gonna leave my orange blush for summer and this pink blush for winter. I think that just makes more sense. Because is that not so pretty? And then depending on the mood, I go in with this elf blush that's broken. Also, I don't know what that stain is. This is in bright pink. I go in with this just to kind of blend it. Sometimes I also do this just to blend it too. Okay, so now I'm going to set my face with the Morphe translucent powder. I just opened and struggled to open this. Also, I think, obviously I got the mini one so it can be, because I'm just now trying this. I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand. But it is a little hard to use because of how small the top is, because I always pour it into the top. I don't know how else you would do it. Gonna be honest, also, I don't know how to set makeup and like bake and stuff. So I just kind of do whatever. And I'm taking along with doing whatever. Taking along with me. Yeah. Jesus. Also, I kind of just put it wherever my concealer was, because I've heard that that's what you're supposed to do. That looks notched. Oh, Jesus. Now I'm gonna take my brush and just kind of. Jesus. After I do all this, I add color back to my face. Okay, so luckily I was editing this in the same day that I filmed this, because as I was editing, I tried to import the video of me doing the eye look, my eyeliner and all that kind of stuff, and it just doesn't want to import. So I'm going to try to input this small little video because it just doesn't want to work. So hopefully this input. So I just couldn't do my eyeliner. Y'all couldn't get to see this. Y'all couldn't get to see the master at work. So, but if y'all watch my TikTok, y'all get to see this. Well, not this particular look, but y'all get to see me like do this on a regular basis. So yeah. I almost forgot about my new highlighter. This is the Manga Collection Twinkle Twinkle. Ooh, pretty. But this is the look. Bye. Follow this YouTube. Oh, subscribe. Like this video. Watch my other videos. Follow my Instagram, my TikTok. Yeah. Watch the previous video. Yeah. Hope you like this makeup tutorial. If you followed it, yeah.